time, the whole thing was shadowing us, right behind us, right on the side of us. You could kind of see the thing moving through the woods.
All I can remember is flipping the light on, and I see this creature, and I knew in my heart, I knew in my mind, and the whole night, this isn't a man.
And then this thing walks across the road, takes a turn towards us, and then leaps over a guardrail.
Went to look forward, and there was a big black thing, is all I
Welcome to Squatch-D TV, exploring the Bigfoot mystery each week with your hosts, veteran researcher, author, and TV personality, the Squatch Detective, Steve Kulls, and from the Bigfoot Research Project of Kentucky, Chris Bennett. Sit back and buckle up as we bring you guests from around North America discussing the Bigfoot phenomena, but not without a few laughs, too. Here are your hosts, Steve and Chris.
And good evening, cyberspace. Welcome to Squatch-D TV for today's date, September 26, 2021. I'm your host, your guide, the Squatch Detective Steve Kulls. Well, Mr. Chris Bennett isn't here with us tonight, but instead we got
me,
Mike Ann from Tactical Bigfoot Research. And here we are, and now the moths and all the bugs decided to start flying in, and they were not here at all for the last hour. We've had this screen up, and want to wait. We're going to do some very interesting stuff tonight. May not all be that exciting, but we're out here.
We're here. Ask questions. You're out here. You want to know about being out here? Be out here.
Be out here.
I'm throwing glow sticks everywhere.
And just so folks know, we have set up a couple of remotes that we will be able to use periodically. If something goes down, we can get into the we can get in and actually let me hit the share screen. So we've been playing with this stuff a little bit. We can actually see what's going on around us. So if we got in the woods with a little bit of light, we can actually see what's going on. Maybe we're looking at all kinds of interesting things in the woods. So this is kind of cool. We got two remotes. So I'm going to take that off and I'm going to put that back there. So we're trying a bunch of things out here to bring the fun to you. So here we are. Not too long ago, there was a track find here. Been several sightings over a span of years where we are tonight. And we do have a couple of people. Unfortunately, I think something is chattering the radio, and it's probably. Yeah, we'll see if they're okay, and let them know we've now entering the show phase of the show.
Just so you guys know, we're online.
So here we are. What else can I background about this place? Well, it's a state forest.
We're
Not going to say where. Yeah, we're in the Adirondacks. It's something like 600 some acres, at least. A lot of swamps. We've heard a lot of owls tonight.
Yep.
And can you guys hear us okay? If you can hear us okay, give us, let us know in the chat. So we're good. And so here we are. Ask questions, ask away. It's this is just going to be like a Bigfooting night, and we're going to do our thing.
Yeah. I mean, we're here. I mean, that's it. We got done. We did the Squatch Festival in Whitehall yesterday. Steve and I both spoke over there. Great event. Barb did a wonderful job of putting that on.
Over 1,800 people.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yep, it was really a great event. I'm going to see if I can't fix it. It must be something that's transmitting. Actually, you know what? I think since you turned that flare on, it's been throwing.
All right.
But no, leave it on. So just to show folks what we got going on here, one of the neat things is we have a flare going.
So
we're getting a lot of.
We get the feedback from the light there. So we can use one of those remotes we can use to get a hold of.
Yep. If you want to pan with that a little bit. So we are out here with Therm. We have a team out with some thermal. So we are doing our thing. We got some
night vision. So if you hit the AV switch on there, Steve, that'll right here.
There you go.
We're going to switch over to 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
VGA.
We're getting there.
Oh, yep.
There we are.
There we are.
So now we have night vision. Night vision.
Oh, that's Therm. Night vision's coming up right now. Turn everything off so we didn't have batteries go down on us. And of course, there we go. Now she's turning on. So we're going to switch screens to VGA.
There we go.
I'll get some night vision going.
Ooh, that's so bright. I have to.
So we got that all going. So we can kind of watch. We got a little bigger monitors. So usually we Wi-Fi these things, but tonight we got the monitor up.
Monitors.
Run it right up there. So.
And then if we start hearing stuff ruffles, we also have the ear. So we'll sit there and listen to what's going on. We have recorders going on here. We have battery packs. We have everything to go. The only thing we don't have is the radio working right.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Whatever that. So we're going to check in with the ladies who are out taking a stroll down the road. And it is a very tough road.
Yes.
But as you can see, the Bronconator, the baby Bronco did her job.
Let's see what else.
Are you guys okay?
Turn mine down. I guess they are.
Don't sound so enthusiastic.
So we're out here. I mean, it's a really nice area.
You guys hearing anything? Copy that.
There were a couple of trail markers. The dots.
I shine high or I shine low? You guys have an estimate of how high that eye shine was?
That's about where.
Okay, copy that. About right for a deer, perhaps.
Yeah. Or there's a couple of the thumb dots.
Yeah.
I saw those coming in. So.
Yep. Absolutely. So yeah, guys, we figured, what the heck, we'll do a show tonight. Have folks come on and come by and visit us out in the field, and we appreciate y'all for being here. And as always, we ask to like, share, and subscribe. Got to do and this is one of Mike's. He's got that went far.
That one, yeah, didn't go anywhere.
So we have a just trying things off the cuff. Mike has a glow stick beach ball, and we're gonna throw it out there and see if it moves around or if anything decides to play with it. And right now, Mike is having a wow. That's got about the bounce of a
it's not
a volleyball.
I got something else we can throw out there.
So
We got a lot of little different things to try tonight. So, we got recorders going.
Yep.
We've got the Merlin bird app going. Those owls are definitely moving. We're gonna try a blue bounce ball that glows in the dark as well. Trying some new stuff. So
there he goes. You gotta pop the ball.
you gotta figure out how to get it to go. This is one you gotta throw at the ground or something. Yep, throw it a hard surface.
So, like I said, there's going to be times it's going to be quiet for the next couple hours, and we're just going to go out here and play. And so you guys can all stay tuned and listen, because obviously if something pipes in, you guys may be able to hear it. Oh, look at that.
You had to pound it on a rock, but
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
actually, hang on. Where's your
So we'll get some things that will... no Walmart ribs. Well, Bigfoot Society, pheromone chips, I kind of look at it in the aspect of, you don't bait a coyote with fox pheromone chips and vice versa. Why would you try to bring in a Sasquatch with human pheromone chips or gorilla pheromone chips or some other one? You'd probably have to have some Squatch pheromone chips, which we don't have. So that would be my thing, why I really don't invest the money and the time into that. So but
Yeah.
play pitch and catch later. Oh, you know what we can do is here, throw that in. We can have like a neon.
Yeah.
We can have like a neon.
Not with my aim. So,
but
knife safety there.
so Mike, what do you think of the terrain out here?
I think it's really nice. We got some swamp. We definitely got some animals. I drove through the area today coming over from the festival and area over in Whitehall, came way over to where we're at. In a lot of nice area, like really beautiful. There's a lot of different game up in here. You've got moose that come all the way down here. You got the coyotes. You got the bobcats. There's a lot of different things moving. So, hello. So it's really, definitely, there's a lot of food sources, water, it's a really nice area. So, and, they're calling us in or just pressing the mic. So it's a really nice area. The first time I came out to do my first Bigfoot experience was up in Whitehall. Steve took me up there and up over to Lake George. So it's nice to be up here in the Adirondacks. It's a beautiful area to be in. We talked to a lot of people yesterday. So
a lot of sighting reports, a lot of leads.
Yeah.
And the leads are huge. We got one big lead in Vermont that we're definitely going to be hitting.
Very nice lady. Sat in through my lecture and then wanted to let us know. So it was a really a cool thing. So
a lot of activity at her place. Still going on.
Yes.
And that's the important thing. We'll get out there when obviously we'll get out there when it's important to get out there. And
she's doing some really interesting stuff, just family stuff that seems to be bringing something in.
Right. And it's nothing out of the ordinary. No. It's not like they're leaving 3 marbles on a rock and next week they get a dead frog.
Yeah. She said she definitely wasn't gifting or anything like that because she's got kids and didn't want them around, but probably what's bringing them in anyway. So, it's a question there from us. Yep. Yeah, John, it's a beautiful area. Yep. So we actually drove up a couple weeks ago and Steve took us over to a spot in Vermont. So it's we've been bouncing up here quite a bit, myself and some of my guys. So
yeah.
Like, isn't the area of the woods where you
try to use her as Bigfoot bait?
No, we didn't try to use her for bait up here, but poor Sherry is going to be used as bait, I think, tonight. So
Michelle.
Yes.
She's new.
Yes.
So Michelle gets to wear the pork chop necklace. And if she knows I'm even saying this, she's going to be mad.
Oh, real mad.
Yeah.
Scott's not going to be happy if we lose her out here, though.
Question. Do we think the son of a human female going through ovulation will work? No. I don't think it would. I think that, you know, pheromones are very specific. And listen, pheromones have been experimented with it since the 90s and really have had no luck with it. So if we're having no luck with something, why go to that? You know, traditionally it's strange. The luck has been the stuff that people scoff at the most, is the tree knocks, the whooping, the getting their attention seems to.
They're coming up the hill.
Yeah. And I think this big bright camp here with the lights and the lights on the Bronco on.
There, we can see them.
I think. Yep.
If you want to.
Oh yeah, there we go. So here comes the ladies.
So.
No, not a Squatch. Not a Squatch.
Nope.
I just want to make that clear. This is not a Squatch. And that was a moth flying over my head.
Yeah.
Not an orb. Okay.
So yeah, like, and again, we're up here, we're making noise, we're trying to get things set, you know.
John said we should whip a baseball. Well, that's the whole idea with this blue ball. Not only can they hear it, but they can see it. You throw it, and this thing will light up. It's pretty bright. I know it's kind of hard with all the bright light, but you can actually see the glow in it. Even under all these,
yeah.
You know, believe it or not, we only have like 3 lights going here. We have the 2 on the Bronco and the 1 forward. So, yeah, you can see them coming up behind us.
Yep. And I'm going to see, we've got another thermal that I can share with you guys. I'm going to try to see if I can get it up online and we can share it out that way. So, leaves.
What the heck was that?
Leaves.
Matt,
may I borrow my thermal?
OT, good evening. So usually we do the roll call, but I don't have my usual mouse that I can work with the chat quite easily, and I don't really trust myself not to click on something on the. I'm actually we're broadcasting tonight with the Chromebook and the same webcam we use every week. It's just I actually moved that on to a tripod, which is kind of cool. You know, well, let's get the remote up and we'll show everybody kind of what's going on. So please give me 1 second. Bear with us because everything is a little bit of a chore. I'm going to mute the mic here for a second. Okay, here we go. There we go.
Yeah,
so we have the remote. So as you can see, this is our setup here. Oops. And in a minute, I'm going to get up and walk around a little bit. And we'll walk a little further away from the setup, but I will have Mike or one of the ladies. You guys want to sit there and chit-chat with the group, and we're going to move around a bit. And so we have the setup. So if we're getting a little bit echo, I apologize. There we go. So as you can see, it's not a very big, bright area that we're in here. It's very dark. There's a moon. I believe there's going to be a moon tonight, but we haven't seen it. Well, probably because we're on top of a mountain. So this definitely, it's dark. It's nothing. And of course, I'm walking away without any light. So what I'm going to do is in a second, I'm going to throw my headlamp on. So give me 1 second. Back to the command center for a minute. If you, Mike, you want to take over for 1 minute while I get set up?
So let's see what we got here. Hey, Paula just jumped in. No echo at this time. Yep. We're trying some different things out tonight. So we're out here. Let's see what we got here. I have a question. You guys call blast on your expeditions. Steve does call blast and use a few different sounds, everything from babies to samurai sounds to some other screams. Have you investigation? Paul, Greg, I don't understand your question there. So basically tonight we're trying something new. So tonight we're really getting out there loud. Usually we're pretty quiet when we're out, besides a little bit of call blasting once in a while. Occasionally some knocks or some whoops. Hang the globe from the tree branch. Yes, that's probably a good idea. So I will do that once Steve is hooked up and ready to go.
I'm going to take the remote
Oh.
down and take a walk down the trail.
Steve recently was up in this area investigating a track print in a sighting very nearby.
Actually, I was investigating a sighting nearby. Went up here as the natural place they would be at, and it turns out that he found a track. Actually, Sherry found a track. And Sherry, if you want to get online and tell your story, you can.
Yeah.
So sit in the chair.
There you go. We're going to slide over and let Sherry tell her story.
Yeah.
Yep. Please. So, you got your pack? No, that's your pack, not mine. Yep. So, Sherry's going to sit down here, let you guys know. So, Grasshopper says he doesn't need to see Steve's backside. None of us do.
Haven't seen the ladies yet.
Yep. So, and Scott, when you get to watch this, you know, sorry you had to work, but you should be out here with us tonight.
Can you grab that strap, please?
So yeah, so it's a. Let me sit there in front of the camera. I'm looking down at you guys. There we go. That's weird. Okay. The other thermal camera has an alarm attached to it. So
went off when I was recording.
But like I said, we've had quite a few owls tonight. I will get out with I have my big ATN scope. Paul says we need a medic. Damn Steve. Let's see, damn Steve, I ought not surprise me with the podcast like this. I'm 6 beers in and had to get some clothes on. That was from Mick. You know, it's, you know, from past experiences, you know, we're going to get in the area. We're going to give them a few minutes to kind of figure out who we are, what's going on, and let things settle out a little bit. So be a little noisy. You know, as Steve says, you know, we're their TV. So we're your TV tonight. We're going to be their TV. Hopefully we can pick things up. Like I said, we've got the recorders going. Bob says, don't trip over a porcupine.
They're too slow. They're too slow.
Is this a touchscreen or no?
It is, but you can use
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if we got any good comments, John wants to know if there's any trash pandas or skunks around.
Haven't smelt any skunks, but you never know. Trash pandas, I'm sure. Trash pandas, well, I don't know. Trash pandas tend to hang out where people live, so not quite. Well, anyway, let's see this.
Hey, Mike, that
Yes.
recording that's on that, when I was going all the way down where I was telling you we got a little bit of movement on it.
Yeah.
That thermal alarm went off.
Want
the radio?
Give Mike the radio.
What happened with the thermal?
That alarm that you just had.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Unfortunately, the clock, it's not hooked up to the net, and for some reason I haven't reset the clock on it. So I have a little Seek thermal camera. If you guys actually coming up the camera here, so used to using mine. This plugs into a tablet or phone. It's another one we're using. It's got an extension cord, so we're actually hooking it up on vehicles now, so we can use it for some road work. I'm going to try to hook it into my phone so we can kind of share it as well. So as they move down,
Snap that back in, please.
first pork you want.
Yeah, because I'm sitting there doing a radio check. Don't hear anything. Leave the radio on at all times.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
So if you trip on, let's see, jump on the cameras, ladies. Hello. Life and Times of JCM says hello from Spokane.
Hello.
Greg says we look like a SWAT team. There's the owls again. Quiet down there.
Hello,
right.
everybody.
So we're gonna let Sherry pop on here for a minute. Let her tell you her
Sherry
story.
and Michelle.
Okay. So there's 2 chairs there. We're getting a little bit of background. All right.
Hey, everybody.
Pop right in there.
Oh, you want me to sit there?
Yep.
Yeah, I do.
Yep. There's a little chair there.
You got a mic, radio?
Yeah, I've got the radio.
So, as Steve was saying before, we got a sighting nearby, and this was kind of like a central area that we decided to kind of go up and take a quick peek at one day. It was during the day. It rained the day before, so it was quite muddy out here. And we were walking around, and Steve being Steve, you know, looking around everywhere else. I was looking at the ground and I'm like, wow, I'm like, honey, what is this footprint? It looks like a footprint right here. So I had to come over and he looked at it for about a few minutes and he's like, oh my God, it's a print. I think it was about 12 inches, I believe, 4 inches in diameter. So we did a cast, and of course, because it was muddy, he broke it in half on me. My first print found ever. But anyway, so Michelle and I, we were down probably about, I don't know, about a quarter mile. Yeah, down the
You
road.
guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Can you see okay? On the remote there, Mike?
Yes, Steve, we can see you.
We can see
Okay,
you.
beautiful. Because I actually have it strapped into my harness here, so I'm using that like a body cam.
Okay.
Yeah, so as Michelle and I were
Yeah, I'm
down
gonna switch out
and
thermals though.
kind of listening and looking through the thermals. Yesterday we did see some eye shine that was quite a few distance down.
You've got
Not
night
really
vision
good
here.
with distance. I would say probably 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I think
About,
it was definite movement on the end of the trail, but then I'm the first time squatcher here tonight.
first time lady squatcher.
Yeah.
Well, it's not my first time, it's her first time.
Michelle's been part of the paranormal
Michelle.
investigations with Steve for a long time, and so
Michelle is a very, very good friend of ours. Even better friend of mine. So as we were down there, kind of, listening, walking around, we started getting an uneasy feeling, a little bit of, not a musty smell, but kind of like Michelle can kind of explain it.
It was like a game smell. I smelled a lot up here. I live up here by these guys too. I smelled a lot in our property, and it always means there's a predatory animal or some type of musky, like Steve described, musky, wet, mixed between dog, skunk, wild game smell. And it just passed through us when we were walking down the trail. And I said to Sherry, I said, you smell that? And I said, that's what I was talking about, that we smell sometimes just down the hill from here, about 10 minutes down the way. So, yeah, we smelled that definitely here. And hopefully they're heading down that way. Hopefully they'll get something too.
And where we were kind of hanging out, we didn't want to go down too far, in that we were unarmed. And the fellows were up here having fun while we were out there having even more fun.
that's what we do.
So,
What happened?
what?
I said we hang out here.
Hey, listen
tonight.
Listen, that's called paying your dues.
Okay, I know that.
Steve, I live with you, so I've already paid my dues.
I paid my dues too, but not here.
Oh.
What do you got?
Nothing. Something creeping out here. I don't know if it's big or not or what.
The area I think that we kind of were seeing in a distance was that area down by where that pond is.
Gotcha. Yep. I know what you're talking about.
We did want to walk down there, but again, us being adult females, decided that it wasn't safe enough for us to kind of just go down there without having anything to defend ourselves.
No bear spray.
No bear spray. No gun. I know, because the guys had it. They're like, yeah, girls, go on. Go have some fun.
It was fun. We're going to probably end up walking down there again. But like the guys to check out where we walked down there too and see if they pick up any of the scent or pick up any of the movement way down at the end where Sherry and I were looking in a distance.
So I'm going to leave you guys a thermal.
Oh,
I'm
that's
just going to
funny.
shoot the big one down here. So
Okay.
And as
Thank
I
you.
was saying
Here you go.
before, the position that we were in, we were kind of at a disadvantage because you have a road and then there's kind of like little hills going up on both sides.
Oh,
Not really being able to get
You
a
got-
good
What's
angle.
up?
Oh, what do you got?
hang on,
Steve,
stand by. Stand by. I'm therming.
You went down the road?
Yeah, something loud just went bang over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing
Well, then again, it could be, there are critters that are in the trees,
Your glasses.
and there could be one shuffling around because I'm shuffling around, and it may have knocked a branch or something. It just kind of startled me, like all of a sudden it was like crash. So
well, we heard a crash and we heard I
Oh,
heard a little knock in the distance.
hang on a second.
I've unhooked the big thermal.
I can't see through those. Standing by, Steve.
So here at base camp, we've got a Seek thermal camera attached to a tablet. This is what Michelle is using right now. If we turn around and you get a whole monitor, so it's similar, so we can watch. Mine's unattached here, so I can.
Unfortunately, I have to wear glasses to be able to read anything.
It's not bad. We can keep an eye on the perimeters around here and see if we see anything. You guys going dark down there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Something's moving around out here. Doesn't sound very well. Hard to tell how big it sounds.
okay.
I just heard another branch snap. So I mean, it could be any kind of critter. So, but it gets exciting because you don't know what kind of critter.
So
But we did, I don't think did we hear coyote earlier or
we
no?
did hear coyotes earlier.
Yes, we did.
Oh, you did?
Yes, we did.
Okay. The girls did. I didn't.
It was before 8.
Yep.
It was hearing from the road direction.
Yeah, the
I
road
believe
direction.
so. Yeah, the road direction.
So
But they did kind of go off.
we've got the parabolic mic over there, and I'm running a live listen right now.
Okay.
We got a
So guys, this is my first time being on here, so
All right, so let's see what we got for comments.
not a
So you got any
talker
Yep.
like Steve
Comments
is.
right here. So we're gonna see what we got here. Questions? Are there any? What we got
No
here?
questions that I saw.
Stay careful in the moose. Yes, they're definitely. We're definitely in moose country.
Mhm.
But
They're definitely
Mike
moose
doesn't see
country.
moose, so it's not going to happen. So
I don't see them either. I hear about it.
Michelle actually, lives pretty close to us where we live. And she has huge property behind her house and actually has some trail cams up. And you want to tell them what was found on your trail cam?
Yeah. Well, living up here, we have lots of different animals in the woods, but recently we put up quite a few different trail cameras up here. And we spotted the area, actually, mountain lion, clear on a camera, taken a picture still, and we got a couple other pictures of its tail going through. And honestly, I didn't know what it was. It looked like actually a cougar to me. It was pretty crazy, but we've gotten pictures of coy wolves, bear, no moose yet, but they do run through other fields between Sherry and Steve and I.
We definitely have movement forward. Something just went snap, crackle, and pop down there. I'm trying to therm. Don't see anything.
You want
No,
to go
I
down,
gotta
Mike?
Go.
Go down with him.
Stay quiet a minute and see what.
Yep, something's up here. Ah! I'm not sure if it's a bear.
Yeah,
Not sure if it's a bear. Whatever it is, it's not afraid about moving.
I actually hear that too.
I'm not live right now.
Michael.
Michael's on his way down.
I'm gonna stand up and look behind us. real quick.
Michael, to my 3 o'clock. It's passing me, whatever it is. Trying to get behind me. Okay, so I'm therming. Huh. That'd be some interesting Squatch-D TV. Man gets eaten by bear live on live stream.
No.
I would cry.
Let's keep an eye on
I haven't said I do's yet. Hold on.
what those guys are looking at right now. I can't see.
Well, a little fun here. I don't know what that was, but I got to a certain point, and I could, and maybe it was more to my, if I'm looking down here, this is the beat up road, if you can call it that. As you can see, it's pretty rocky and looks more like a trail than a road. But as you go down this, it was to my, seemed like at first it was to my 11 o'clock. And then by the time I started moving up the trail a bit back to kind of step back, see what I'm actually looking at. I don't want to run into a bear or a coyote or a bobcat for that matter. And as I start moving, I hear this movement going from my 11 o'clock to my 2 o'clock. And as I'm going up the hill, it's like my 3 o'clock, or my 9 o'clock rather, and then my 7 o'clock. So, yeah, I got my radio on. Come on down, Mike.
And that's where we just came from, right, Steve?
If I'm not mistaken, there was it sounded like a tree knock to my 9 o'clock.
Comment, Life and Times of JCM posted, remember, if you see Todd standing out there, shoot to kill. And then Central Florida Bigfoot was like, then there were two.
Awesome.
Gosh, that's funny. All right, you can see Steve.
So I'm talking maybe 25. Here comes Mike. Well, apparently the white light isn't really bothering whatever is out there too much tonight. So.
Yeah, we got some movement up here around camp too.
Marvelous. Okay.
I'm picking them up hardcore.
Yep.
Could you just go, Steve, and read what I got on my back? So, like, on my back, I got two microphones, and I'm live listening, so it's basically amplified. So I have it running into my
our backs are to the front.
here.
Yeah. Hey guys, hold on, hold up.
It's freaking crazy.
You got movement?
No, just the amount of owl chatter.
Yeah, there is a lot of owls. Okay, so if we go down this way, Mike, keep this down. So
I know how to take care of Mike.
No, you're good.
What was that?
That was the phone.
That was the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Can you guys see me okay with this view? That better? Can you see me?
Well,
or view better?
That's kind of hard because I'm looking. There you go. Yeah, I can see the other side.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah, whatever it was, if we go up about another 35 yards, we'll. Whatever it was like crap. It was like snap pop, and I tried to FLIR it, but I couldn't see it. So it may have been over a berm.
Hey, just an FYI, guys. We both left some scent down there for you.
Oh, nice. Thanks. I ever tell you guys are weirdos?
Yeah, we had this conversation earlier, remember? I'm telling you, the Squatches don't want to smell the guys. They want the female.
I can't see comments on the phone here. So, guys, can you look at the chat and see if there's any questions? Any comments?
You can flip over to the comments. Right.
Oh, chat.
On chat. Yep.
Hit that button.
Yep. That's weird.
Nah, Christy just she just said LOL. Greg said don't turn the lights out.
Yeah. Whoop, nothing. Yeah, without the light, this is what it looks like out here.
Life and Times, he said to be watchful for signs of infrasound. And if you start to feel sick or your eyes get sore, head back.
Yeah, I think I've dealt with infrasound before. We're going to be very quiet coming down here.
Yeah, we were terrible.
This is about where I got the last time. So Mike and I are sitting there therming. You guys want to just keep the chat going, and because we can't see the chat on this remote.
Yep, I'm gonna have Sherry look at that now.
Try to get one more time.
Pause.
Yeah, unfortunately, we both need to wear glasses to do that.
Oh, there we go. Comments. This one here.
Oh.
You guys be safe down
There
there.
you go. There's your chat.
Okay, so what's my game plan? It's just to keep moving forward. That's the game plan. Just keep moving and keep listening. I'm going to probe a little bit deeper.
We brought up a bigger thermal.
You guys hearing the coyotes down there?
No, we are owls.
It's coming in
So
the
I brought up a heavier thermal. What's
Greg,
the you got there? 411 for the win.
Yeah, we could go 411 missing live time on live stream.
we already did that, Mick.
Udacity would be very impressed by the owl chatter.
Sorry.
Mick says he really wanted to get the attention of a Squatch. You've got to drop your pants in the woods. They're very sensitive vulnerability. They sense vulnerability. I'm
that was
sorry.
a thought. Bait.
So we're just going to be really quiet for a little bit here. Are we looking for anything specific? No, we're just looking to provoke some sort of encounter.
Can you guys hear the owl?
Yeah, we
We
hear it.
hear the owl, yeah.
It must be getting closer to the swamp. We can hear the frogs.
I know, if I had a gun, I would have been down there.
Well, Chrissy wanted to know if they were looking for anything specific down there. I think just with the reports and the animal sightings and everything else like that, trying to be quiet so they can do their thing.
And Mick asked if we brought the meatloaf. No, we didn't bring the meatloaf.
Maybe some mussels and some clams.
No, we had plenty of sirloin left over.
We sure did.
Got real quiet.
Sure did.
Check the thermal up here.
He's pissed. The owl is quite angry.
Interesting on the cobble.
That's
This one.
cool.
Must have streamed that at one time.
No, it's a road. They used to make, it probably was an old logging road because they probably was a cobblestone road. Okay, Mike's flaring to the right. I'm going to flare to the left.
Me and Michelle just, came up where we're going to name this place the home of the Hooters. Seen a lot of male squatchers coming up here now.
Wow, the chat is popping. How'd the presentations go yesterday? Oh, they're asking. Wow, that's really loud.
You guys down by the pond?
Not quite there yet.
That was me. My bottle, sorry.
We get to the swamp. Let's light it up.
Yeah.
And then we can keep everybody alive. Green light.
Pseudo wrist crucifer. By the way.
What's crazy is that where we're at and all the remote spots we go to, we have 5G here.
I know.
Your co-host just popped up and wanted to say that he's listening from his recliner. Just popped over the computer to let you know that he can't chat on TV. Awesome show.
I'll tell Mr. Bennett thank you, and we miss him, and I'll be talking to him tomorrow.
I miss you, Chris.
And there's some low ground here. What are you picking on?
You can't see anything but dark down there right now, guys, on our end.
Where?
To the left, directly in front of you. Yep, moving. Where'd it go? Oh, no.
What? Knock. Oh, my Lord. You guys hear that? That was a tree knock. Whoop.
This is not where I want to do it.
We're recording. We heard a tree knock to this direction somewhere.
Okay.
Wood on wood.
Remember what I said about...
Back to back, man.
Not only that, I just lost my battery on my flare. So...
Whoop. That was a definite loud tree knock to our 11, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Can't tell you how far in it was, but that was... Okay, copy that. Curse of the Sasquatch. Mike's FLIR goes down the minute we get a tree knock. I am recording on the FLIR.
I got audio going.
Yeah. So that'll be caught very nicely. That was loud. That was real loud.
It's not one of my...
Yeah, and it's not, this is not like the weather. I mean, it's maybe 58 degrees, so it's not the kind of weather that would normally make a tree snap and make a popping noise. Definitely. And that was like a definite pop. And the funny thing is the direction that I'm looking in now, folks, I don't know how well you can see, but that direction is where the tree that came from. That is also the general direction of where that footprint was leading out of. So, and of course, it's very bermy here. Like, this is a low spot here, but up a little further is a higher spot. So it could be over a berm that it's knocking, but that, wow. And I'm glad we caught that on live stream.
Wow. There's a lot of noise coming up here, too. Try to light back.
How's the noise up there at Command Center?
It's coming in pretty good. because we're hearing noises to our left, which would be down by you where you guys are too, coming up.
It's open.
Yeah, but my window was open.
That's all right. Things got really quiet after that one tree knock, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like,
Again, the guys leave us unprotected. Just said again, the guys leave us unprotected.
We have the car we can jump into. Not that I can see anything with all these lights. You definitely have to keep your head on a swivel tonight out here, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, field remote is pretty dark because we're pretty dark. We're in the dark, Mick. So I just have my headlamp here. Mike, you all set again? Okay, I'm gonna move up a little bit.
Did you hear that on the side?
I'm hearing kind of like steps on both sides of us.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what anybody's got to say. That's true, OT. Thank you.
Whoa.
What'd you say? Movement?
Do you hear that?
Well, those owls are chattering tonight.
We got a lot of noise coming up here.
Yep.
Your camp. You want to take the thing, kind of look over in this area? Sounded like something
from where?
past us.
Sherry, what'd you hear?
Yeah,
Sounded like something ran past us.
Okay.
Pretty loud too.
I'm gonna walk in front of the car real quick. Here we go.
Okay. Michelle's gonna check the area with the thermal.
In the trees.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
Straight out off my right. No, never mind. It's gonna be. Oh, there's two trees. It's in between the trees.
What are you looking at?
Move to your right. It's not that. It doesn't look that big.
At your side.
Okay.
This angle.
Okay. Let's move down further.
Definitely, I got it again. I'm recording, so it's not that big.
Anybody else see anything?
Just in 10 feet.
Oops.
Hey, Steve. Got a comment. Would IR work better on the iPhone, Steve? We just see a light spot. IR lights.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, I don't have an IR light on me.
What do you need? Another light?
IR light?
You need an IR light?
Yeah, you got one?
Yes, I do.
Stand by.
I have IR, I have UV, I have blue, I have green. I hear a snap.
Central Florida Bigfoot made that comment. Like, can you guys? Yeah, same thing. IR light.
Low Rider says, "Gotta say you have brass ones. I'd be in the car by now."
If that doesn't work, we'll go UV.
That's battery's dead.
Yeah, he does.
There's no way. No, that's on.
Is it on?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So I don't know if that helps.
Oh, you want something out in front?
Yeah.
Oh, we can make that happen.
IR wise?
How's that? Let me know, guys, when we get to the right color. Is that better?
That should be better.
We have to close the chat back out. So
here. Oh, I can't. I got my glove on.
Okay. So let's go.
X. Hit the X on it.
Yeah.
There you go. That should bring us right there.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think that'll actually work better.
so that's green.
Now, let's put the blue back on that blue.
Yep. Go in. Come on, Michael. Stop playing around. Mike's got to click too much. Okay. That's that.
Want to trade?
It's the third.
Here, look at it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I see the different colors
Yeah.
on
Is
it.
that something trying to the right?
To the left.
Yeah.
There. Switch.
That is a
Grab
little
that. Something just threw a rock at us, I think.
That is a lot better, guys. Now we can see you guys.
Thank you, Central Florida Bigfoot. We are off chat, so if there's any comments or anything you guys want to read out for the chat, let us know. Any questions?
Put them in bold if you got any questions. That'll be easy.
Put questions in bold.
Caps. Caps is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, caps.
Bigfoot says better, capital letters, guys. Bob Lamy says I would use amber lights. Oh yeah, light is great. Thanks, Christy.
I got the light and the ultra UV light going. Should I just kill my headlamp? Would that make it better? Or
No,
worse?
the-
It might. That's not going to work much better either.
Walk to the front of the car.
What'd you say?
And walk to the front of the car.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
That's got a low level white too. If you click the buttons on the left hand side.
So you know what?
Well, that's just great.
Do we need more light? Is that the problem?
Let's try that. A little.
Hey, Sherry. Okay, we have no lights here now. Where's the
Can you see with the blue?
Yeah, I can see. I'm looking at the screen.
Okay, I'm going to kill my white then.
That's a lot better sight, guys.
Okay, so we are coming up in the area where we found the track. So this is where we found the track. It was right in here. And as you can see, this is the reason why we found the track. It's, I don't know if you can see, it's very muddy here.
Get some bigger light on it. There, that's better. Oh, you know what? Maybe get better light. Why my attack? Because I carry way too much stuff.
Yeah, if you ever go down in a boat, you need about 5 life preservers to keep you up.
Hey, Sherry. Come back up here.
Let's just make sure there's no more tracks.
Do you shut the light off in the car?
Turn it on.
Yeah, it was.
Isn't that interesting?
The same thing happened when you're on the trail, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the swamp is over here. So this is where we're going to have a lot of viewpoint as far as our fleers.
The lights just went out.
So sorry we're being so quiet, guys, but we're trying to keep our ears out.
Got a question, guys. Do you folks,
What was that?
If you want to show folks this, we just can't talk while it's going on. So we're running the bird app. So I'm recording.
Looks better with the lights off, though. Here.
Anyways.
Want a more comfortable chair?
No, I'm fine.
Got another chair right here.
Is it done?
Well, he wants to skip
I
it.
do not have great signal.
Put this one over. I'll put this over.
Let's see, let's try that one. As we watch those are all different sounds that are going. So we change the color if we need to.
So we're
Change.
so we're looking at here. I'm trying to get this here. Is the
You guys are breaking up a little bit.
There's a lot of chat going on, but I can't see it.
Yeah. And
What's going on in chat, ladies? That was
somebody-
definitely a rock. We had just have a rock thrown at us.
Bob Lemmy commented, did that thump come from you guys?
No, that was a rock that came from behind us. We were both looking at the bird app when it came through. We could hear it coming through the trees to where I'm looking at. And it fell somewhere in here. And we could hear it, basically bump against another rock on the ground. 'Cause it's
Nani said,
very rocky. Did folks in the chat hear that?
Nani said she heard it.
Ooh, the elf.
Yeah.
Lowrider says, I'm getting nervous. Feels like the Blair Witch Project at times.
Well, we did have the lights on the car go out on us.
Well, yeah. Well, it does auto go off after a little while.
Yeah, we can have
What's
it
over
on.
here?
Hmm?
I heard movement over here.
Come on, Michael.
Why don't we shut that off? And we can see this better.
So now we're in the swamp. Watch, it's a little mucky here.
John Swan said he just heard something too.
Is it you moving in the chair?
And that's all a pond and swamp right there.
hang on.
Beyond that.
Here you go. You ready for some light?
I just heard a grunt.
Yeah, we just had a grunt up here by us. I get in the thermal.
Okay, I am clearing the pond. Yeah. And I'm recording the clearing of the pond just so we'll do future, we'll show some of that video in future weeks.
I'm also recording and also gives us a sound too.
Mick says, has anyone ever tried baiting Sasquatch by streaking through the woods while dragging a 10-pound meatloaf behind them?
No, but we could.
That could be on your bucket list.
I'm getting a heat signature on the far end of that pond. See it?
Is that the heat signature?
We're getting a heat signature on the far end of the pond.
Yeah, I see it.
No, you won't see it on the camera. We're looking through FLIR. Wow, something's moving out there.
Yep.
Looks pretty. Does it look tall to you?
It's above some vegetation. But
You got the better FLIR, so.
you need to upgrade to that 40 by 40 zoom.
Yeah.
Did anybody hear the grunt noise up here? Bob,
Just
Steve,
jumped in the
Steve
water.
by the swamp. He can fart and say it's swamp gas.
So when I'm talking, guys, and I'm saying that, you know, you're hearing, go ahead and turn on me here. Turn it towards me. So when I'm talking, I'm live listening right now. So, like I said, for the folks that were on a little while ago, I've got 2 microphones in my backpack. So I've got the speakers turned up all the way, just like having a, you know, noise canceling. So I can hear these guys whisper, but I can hear all this stuff around me. And I can, when I say, whoa, you know, I can hear the owls farther out than you guys can, or Steve can, just because it's basically carrying a parabolic dish with me. And it's shooting out on either side. So when we're walking down, I get a peripheral on either side of us as we're moving. And then I'm running a little heavier unit than a FLIR. I'm running an ATN unit, and I get a little more distance.
Yeah.
So, and it's got a bigger
Mic on.
setting.
Listen in the right
The
direction.
sensor is a little bit bigger, so I can get a little bit farther out.
Yeah. Add on, see what you can hear.
So, and I'll eventually go in and I'll cut the audio and I'll send it to Steve for his show. And
How's the noises by you guys?
Like I said, we heard a grunt a little, like 5 minutes ago.
It's really weird how we were not getting any. We haven't heard anything, you know, no noise or anything behind us. It's how funny that, you know, whatever it was dropped within like 10 feet of us. That was pretty wild. I remember this was where the conduit pipe was, and there's the conduit pipe. There's nothing but pond here.
it's me.
These are the setups I love because you can have so much open space to look.
The other thing, guys, we wouldn't go in with as much light as we've got going tonight, but we definitely wanted to share this with you if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, usually we go in with either red light or no light. But since we're broadcasting tonight, we figured we'd go in with some sort of light so y'all can see what we're doing.
We definitely would not be as loud as we are. I mean, back at base camp, yeah, so we can try something different. So we get those glowing balls, we get the great.
Glowing balls.
Anyway, glow stick, giving it that rave look. Get the comments back up, or you want them to come back up?
You want to put them back up? I'll take a look.
Yeah, put them back up for it.
Hey, I just want to do a quick recording of the FLIR out here. This is the other swamp, the swamp. That's the pond.
Okay.
And to behind me, and
Wet ground.
Swamp.
Yeah, Bob, down where they are, I believe it's kind of muddy ground.
Yeah. Dry leaves on top a bit.
All right, fingers, hit the chat.
We got a few in that chat there.
There we go. What's the ground layout? The ground is very mushy. Yeah. When we first came down, if you could hear us walking, it's because we're on like a cobblestone almost type of road, old, logging road. And there's a lot of leaf litter here already, even though it's only September 26th. So that was a gunshot.
Hot spot on the other side of the lake.
Hot spot, other side of lake. Okay. Taking a look. Pull him up. My finger on the fat, chubby finger on the recording button here.
Almost too far with this.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing very much, actually. I'm seeing some light, but I don't know.
I'm recording. Hard to tell.
Let's see if I can burn some of the frogs.
Could be just at that angle where it's at, with the sun coming in and hitting on a good spot.
Or the moon.
No, it heated up during the day.
Mm-hmm. That's what we could be hearing. Somebody shooting over there.
Yeah, we heard gunshots too when we were down that way.
There's a couple shooting ranges around here too that are open at night. There's one up on I forgot what the name of it's called.
There's the frogs. What's the comments look like?
Tell you,
I hear the frogs. Careful, raccoon hunters. Yeah.
no signal.
No,
Hey!
Nixon.
That was another gunshot, real close too. That could be what we're seeing out there. All right, let's get out of line of sight of fire here.
Yep.
We're going to move off this site because somebody's firing a gun on the other side of that pond. So I don't want to be mistaken for something. Some sort of movement, Mike? What'd you hear? Okay, copy that.
We got owls.
You want to tap this one more time? Get out of the chat for a minute. Tap the X on it.
Yep. You know, we got a lot of trees, a lot of bigger boulders.
Yeah. A lot of times people don't understand that, like boulders, rocks sometimes, and even trees will show up very hot. So So we're going to start making our way back to base camp. It's now 10:16. We have been on the air for an hour and 16 minutes on Squatch-D TV. We hope you're all enjoying the show tonight. This is Field Remote 1. We haven't had the need for the use of Field Remote 2. So, but we do have a second remote set up in case we need one. So we have a lot of. What's that?
Yeah,
He's angry.
Yeah, well, he's been angry.
lost our thermal in the front.
Yeah, we lost the thermal in the front of us.
And the thermal.
Okay, copy that.
And Mike's thermal.
Thermal's down on at base camp.
Okay, they got night vision they can take off the table. I'm gonna unplug it.
Did you hear that, guys?
Yep.
Yep. Copy that.
So actually, there should be
So this is kind of an all new thing. We're communicating with base camp through StreamYard, which is really cool. Oh. Okay, you might want to turn that radio off if it's starting to have interference. Never mind. For some reason, that particular device sometimes will emit some electrical frequency which interferes with the radio frequency. So that's what that was.
Well, no, we unplugged the thermal in front.
Yep.
Yeah, but now it's getting the signal.
So if by chance the radio starts to act up, you can turn that off.
Okay.
To start doing that on a constant basis, because we don't want our listeners and our viewers to actually deal with that noise yet. And StreamYard has been an excellent medium to communicate with you guys. And thanks for hanging up in with us there in the chat. I know some of this is not the most exciting stuff, but this is what squatching is, going in, a little element of danger, although not much.
Yeah, we still don't have thermal up here.
Okay.
Michelle in electronics.
Yeah.
You have a flashlight?
Yeah.
Then you'll be able to see just.
They can see us. We can't see them.
Well, you shine a flashlight on them.
Exactly. That's what we've been doing. So.
Been doing that.
Yep.
They hide though.
Shh, quiet, guys. Chipmunk, copy that. Heard something that was turned out it was a chipmunk.
Did you hear that low grunt?
That could be a deer. It could be.
Do you need this flashlight?
Hmm?
Do you need this flash? Oh.
This is working fine.
Okay.
I like this.
Just heard a low grunt up here.
Okay, well, we're on our way back. Boy, those owls are pissed.
Yeah, they are. They're coming from directly in front of us, I think.
I wonder if we're ruining their nightly bridge game.
I must see them coming up.
We should start to pick up in the air.
A little bit.
You can see it in the beam.
Yeah. I want to see what they're hearing up there.
So Secret Identity's putting up different animals.
What's that?
Secret Identity putting up little animals.
You see that my flashlight just went out.
Where? Whereabouts? So we have a trash panda in the tree.
Maybe further back in a little. Yep, got come over towards me.
Where is he?
Step in front of me.
Yep.
Yep. Turn your hand to your right. Just a little bit more, a little bit more.
How far up in the tree?
Come on. 8
That's
foot,
not
go.
you. That was
That
not
was
you.
them.
We just got a guys.
Guys, we got another grunt up here.
Oh, okay. All right, we're moving.
Look. Tree.
Now, people wonder why the SWAT gear. Well, number one, we carry a lot of stuff. And number two, knuckleheads that are shooting, it makes it a little harder for them to see us. So,
Serial killers.
yeah,
Don't say that.
that sounds like a squirrel.
Did you hear that grunt?
Yeah.
The grunt's coming from it. It's on the other side of us now. Your flashlight works better than mine. Your flashlight's working better than mine.
I'm getting aggravated. It keeps going out. It's not.
Do we have a recorder going at base camp?
This is nothing. We do, but
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I just said, another grunt came from the other side of us this time. I got very quiet up here, guys.
It's very quiet everywhere right now. Got quiet down here. Michael? I want to get up to base. Oop. Right there.
I have very good equipment right now.
I just heard a snap from that direction, too.
Well, I just got a text message that said,
we just got to step over here too.
Huh? Another grunt.
Snap.
Snap.
What? Treated it with a V.
What is it?
Hey guys, we heard a snap or we just heard the last grunt.
That's pretty weird.
On squirrel.
I got like 10 messages that.
Listen. Shh. Hold on, Mike.
What's here?
Clear it.
We haven't had any other John. I don't think wild boars in this area. Not in the foothills of the Adirondacks anyway.
Whoop. Right there.
There's the game.
Those aren't working.
Here, just use your flashlight, Sherry, because that's all I got.
You just set that damn thing off, like you said, Mike. That flashlight, that 18.
Oh, mine's dying. Mine's dying.
Okay. Don't ever buy a flashlight with a trigger set up on the back like this. Every time you bump them, it goes off. It's a nice flashlight. But
He was talking about that earlier today, and all of a sudden I heard, and there it was.
at 1800 lumens, it burns.
1800 lumens is double as a microwave?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It's dead quiet. I think we should move up to base camp because we're hearing stuff. They were hearing stuff, but so they got quiet on them too. So they were hearing stuff like grunting, and they heard some tree snapping up there. So yeah, and the recorder's going too, so we can always play some of that stuff back. Yeah, that's right. And folks, as a quick programming note, can you imagine that? Here I am in the middle of the woods. I'm talking about a programming note for next week. We're going to have on Craig Woolhater, from the great long-time Bigfoot researcher and in charge of Texas. No, not in charge of the entire Texas. Well, he's talking about the Texas Bigfoot Conference, I'm sure, which I'll be a part of. On October 15th.
Come over here and play.
Huh?
Come here and turn the camera on and shoot right into the. Right here, just use my. Like straight in there. I'm gonna have to go and figure out what it is.
Right there?
See that spot?
It's kind of weird.
It's really weird. Is there a bear camera or something? You get the construction?
Might just be a rock.
It's a mouse.
Oh, where? Is he still there?
Yep, he's still right there. He's right there.
Where?
Bring your flashlight up. Right there. He's right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, he's not moving. I'm like, what, the popcorn?
You said a tree.
The mouse is playing dead.
That's kind of cool.
Well, we better leave him alone because he's got enough trouble with the owls tonight.
Yes, he does. But he's right underneath that rock.
We were a tough couple of chicks.
What's that?
The sign said
secret identity was like, I'm amazed you girls are so calm. I would have been packing and leaving.
The mouse is under the rock for cover. He keeps hearing those owls. I ain't moving. I ain't moving.
I see the lights coming up. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so back to that where Craig Woolhater, chief blogger of Cryptomundo and organizer of Texas Bigfoot Conference, he'll be on next week. Like I said, we'll be talking about a bunch of things. Maybe we'll be talking about some Texas sightings. And
oh, you got the.
No.
Well, we weren't worried about the Squatch, just the other wild animals, included two-legged things, creeps that might be around here.
Yes, we are. So the reason why I have the light off on this.
Two-legged creeps walking up on us now.
Creepers.
Creepers.
Whew. All right, we're going to be shutting this remote off. So we'll hop back.
Yeah, watch this stuff start working now that they're back.
No, don't touch nothing. See? I lost everything.
Okay, you want me in the chair for a minute?
Bye, guys.
Oh, hi, folks. We're back. So, wow, people are sticking in. Whew. So here we are. We're back in town.
So what questions does everybody have for us?
Well, we read them to most of you guys. We were keeping a good look on that, but also listening to animals too.
Yep.
Noises. Somebody asked if he brought powder for the field to see which way the air was going. I don't know if you guys saw that comment or not.
No, we did not. But I got my pack over here.
I don't have powder with me. I do have barometer and everything built into my thermal.
I have dusting powder.
Yeah.
You know, if something touches a surface, maybe a good idea. So I carry some dusting powder. I carry luminol in case there's possible blood evidence. I carry buccal swabs and tubes if I need to collect any DNA samples, or I carry tweezers in case I need to, and I can put it in the same tubes if I need to collect hair samples.
He was asking more throwing it up in the air and see how
Well, as far
throwing it.
So right now we're at a temperature where we can just start to see our own breath. So
perfect.
But you know, for the most part, it has not been windy at all. No. And if you guys have heard the audio, there's very little wind.
This went down.
That shut off. And that shut off. Yeah, it just went down. Same.
Okay. So for right now, we can switch this.
So, brass clank. No bear. That wasn't brass. That was probably. And in case people wonder what kind of Zippo I have, it's a Sasquatch.
Oh,
No,
we got it back.
No grass, no beer. In fact, our dinner tonight, we put on a little dinner. We had a few other members of the team who had to go back for parts unknown, and so we had a tremendous dinner. But we all drank sweet tea and iced tea and tea. So we ended up doing that. But now between people driving home and having to go out and do this tonight, it wouldn't be really conducive to do that.
It's on the table.
Oh, we had plenty of methane producing beef. Don't you worry about it. And actually, OT, sorry, I actually got gallons of Arizona iced tea on sale instead of Snapple. So the Snapple was more expensive, and Arizona had more variety that I wanted. They had sweet tea, they had ginseng tea, they had half and half the Arnold Palmer tea, and diet at that too. Of course, people know that I can't drink the sweet tea. I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I tend to stay. I mean, I can drink it, but I tend to stay away from stuff with excessive sugar. So I bought, they had some diet tea, so it was just easier. Just boom, 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 boom. Yes, sir.
Your camera's up here.
What camera?
Your camera is right here.
What camera?
This camera. It's not down there. It's up here.
Huh?
Isn't this your web camera up here?
My web camera's right there.
Yeah, you were looking down to the...
Oh, yeah, I am.
I was too.
So yeah, it's really weird. I'm looking at my webcam on the unit here, not the webcam up there. Of course, it is kind of bright there, so I'm trying to look down because I don't want to get night blind. As it is, it's I know, Alan, that was you. So the spooky thing about being here in the center is that with the lights going on, it's very hard to see what's out there unless you have the therm, or the night vision, which is up now, or a FLIR.
ATN, not FLIR.
I'm sorry, ATN. Yep. So, Mike, why don't you come over here and give us a rundown of the make and model of the FLIR you're using? Yeah, where'd Mike go? He's walking around.
I'm walking around. So it's all cabled in now at this point. So going out here in front. There we go. Right there.
Right there.
So we're using, I was better in the field actually. This is an ETN OTS 384. It's only a 1x5 on the regular optical zoom. But I can record video and audio. Let me come down here so we can see me. Oh, real chair, still my bigger chair. Header. So it does multiple colors. I can Wi-Fi. Now we got it shooting at us instead of out in the field. Get out there in the field. So I can Wi-Fi to a tablet, record video. I get audio as well. It gives me some other atmospheric conditions. So it's kind of nice to have when we're out floating around. I've got a nice little chest harness, so it drops right in on my chest. Hey, Joe, yeah, it was great to meet you, in person. We talked on phone a couple of times, and to get out in the field with Western New York Bigfoot.
Yep, so, and we certainly did get him out in the woods last night.
Yes, we did. So, Christy, no, I didn't get lost in the woods like I usually do. But it's a great piece of equipment. Actually, looking at upgrading, the new one's actually got like 1280 DPI, and you can Wi-Fi and record at the same time, where this one you can only do one or the other. So it allows your team members to really get a good look of what's going on around you, and it's a nice little setup. So.
The funny thing, Mike, is earlier today when I heard that movement coming around with that big crashing and the stepping, whatever it was, and I threw the FLIR up. And I didn't see anything through the FLIR. My fear wasn't that it was a Sasquatch.
I was more worried about the moose that I never get to see.
Or the bear.
Yep.
Or a bear. Or, some yotes hanging about. Or a bobcat.
Yeah.
That's more my fear. I went down unarmed. I didn't have my bear spray. Didn't have my knife. I just went down there. And
well, that's why you brought me down.
So, yeah, well, you're going down that hill and something's out there you can't see. Get the better.
Yep.
Got the better product of FLIR.
Oh, I thought because I had the bear spray.
And he had bear spray.
Oh. Okay.
Puff puff.
Yeah. So, it's a good piece of equipment. A really good luck.
Yep.
With it. And the nice thing, I can also plug it into the HDMI, run it on the small monitor you guys saw earlier, and we're running that off a little power pack tonight. So.
What are we charging all the toys with? Well, in case you asked, I can't really pull up I can't pull that out, but what we're actually using is a Progeny battery charger. And the amazing thing is we've been running the we've been running the puck. We've been running the Wi-Fi puck. We've been running the Chromebook, which we're broadcasting on. We've been running on power here.
2 hours. The other
since 7 o'clock. So
yeah.
So it's over almost 4 hours, and that thing has not ticked under 100% yet.
Nope.
So that thing is, huh? Heard a knock. Okay.
I'm gonna get up with the
so the troops heard a knock. So that is very interesting. So right now they're checking things out. You guys can still hear me talking like this. And the thing is, I don't know I know there was a moose scene not far from here as well. Only a couple of months ago. But every once in a while we get a bear or two around here. We don't get too many bears in this particular area.
All right. We got a
What's that?
Small rodent to the right.
Yeah, well, the interesting thing here, you talk about pine cones, Blue Dasky. We are not in a pine forest.
Yeah.
We are in a very heavily maple, oak, birch. Actually, I don't even see many birch. It's a lot of maple, a lot of oak. So literally, when fall hits, that's the reason why we're able to see as far as we are walking down the road, because a lot of the leaves have dropped. There is no pine cones here at all. None. Zip. So not this particular area. So thank you, Central Florida Bigfoot.
But I know what Blue Dasky's asking about the pine cones.
Yep.
We got some stuff last week that we thought we had stick or rocks, and then we thought we had knocks.
Yeah.
It was the pine cones coming out when they're green and they're coming out of the tree. They're coming down pretty hard.
When we heard the one, when we heard that one, that was a solid wood. Not only that, but when we had that rock throw, it seemed to be a rock throw. That was rock on rock when it came down, and we could hear it coming through the trees, and then it hit another rock. I would say, were there two distinct rock throws? May have been. I know there was one. The last one was pretty close. So the other one it could have been a branch falling off a tree, or maybe a smaller animal scurrying, or like the trash panda moving about in the tree branch may have broken a branch. So but the second one definitely was, we could hear the rock hit another rock on the ground. Of course, that area, a lot of cobblestone, a lot of rocks. So, and that was just before we got into that soft area. So, Christy said they really couldn't hear you, Mike, when you were talking. So please come back to camera.
I can do that.
Here he comes.
Stomp, 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 stomp. Okay. So, all right. Sorry about that, guys. So, recently, I was up in an area where it had a sighting and some other interesting activity. We went back the next day, and while we were walking through the woods, we noticed what sounded like rocks coming through the woods, and stopped, waited. I did, the smart thing. I ran right into wherever it was. But we noticed it was a pine cones, and the wind wasn't blowing. And then the wind started to pick up a little bit. But it was interesting. It was between any of the actual wind gusts and it wasn't really, really light winds, very light winds that, thermal down here. So you can use it, Steve. So
you talk.
Yep. I'll slide over here. So, came through the trees, which is ironic because the name of the mic. Haha, gotcha there, bud. But it was really interesting. Went through, recorded it, and it really, when they come through at the right thing, it will sound like a knock. And the particular egg or pine cones are about the size of this flashlight. Weighed almost about as much as two, and they're coming down about 60 foot or so, and really they're burying themselves in. So it's kind of interesting. I never really noticed that with a pine cone before, when they hit the ground, why they're that shape, because they're burying themselves in the ground. So it was pretty an interesting thing. But they come down in multiple groups, so you'll get like 10 pine cones coming down, and they'll stop, and it'll be like 5-10 minutes, and you get like another batch will come down. So I've been looking at a lot of things. Grasshopper says squirrels have been throwing pine cones at me standing below them. So Grasshopper, we had a nice little thermal unit. We ran that thermal unit around the area, looking for the trees to see if we had any. There are flying squirrels in here. Oh, did you hear something, or you're just bumping?
Yeah,
okay,
just turn the light back on.
Oh, Well, you know,
it goes off every half hour.
Yeah, I sit in the dark a lot. I guess that's where things happen. So, and yeah, and Blue Dasky says, yeah, it was a very interesting. I'd like to talk to a horticulturist or something and really get more information.
Hey, this is a family program.
So, yeah. Play with the blue balls.
Oh, you just hit Michelle.
No, sorry, Michelle. So that's why she doesn't do paranormal investigation with me anymore, because I'm constantly throwing things. But it's definitely an interesting location. Steve is stomping off to get get the other inflatable that we have out. Any other questions there from the audience? So it's a good thing it's beach ball. But let's see. Never seen a squirrel that could throw several feet though. That was from Western New York, Bigfoot. While I was down below, guys, I did run the app, the birding app, so we can see what it is. I saved him. Steve had blue balls again. Oh no. We love you guys, and I appreciate
absolutely
Steve, letting us chime in here and get out in the woods. It's a good time up here, and sometimes we got to remember that the best thing about this is getting out with friends and family and really enjoying that time in nature and cleaning things up. Central Florida had to ask.
So it's kind of funny today. We were talking.
I just got the comment above.
It's kind of funny how this all came together today, because we've been planning this outing for a few weeks.
Yep.
And then Mike's like, we should try broadcasting out there. And I said, well, I never even thought about that. Let's pull up we pulled up the service provider coverage map.
And this is like the only area that has signal.
Well, no, there's signal, believe it or not, all around. I was surprised. In fact, there's even a few blops on this mountain that's 5G.
Yeah.
How? But that's probably because they have a tower somewhere close by on another mountain. Of course, there are a lot of towers out here in this particular county. So including, but like there's nothing here. As you can hear, there was gunshots going on and owls. So this is quite the games person paradise. So it's been a lot of fun here. Does anyone use microphone triangulation? Believe it or not, I don't run too many recorders. I run usually an H2N, and if I put it on 4-way, I can look at the waveform and see which direction a sound came from. So if it actually, came from, and what you can do is you can note which direction everything is facing. So if if I know base camp and talking at base camp and it's directly south of the recorder, from that point, all the base camp noise I can mark off as south. If something triggers the waveform on the other channel, that may be the east, west, or so. That's what I like about using 4-channel, the H2N Zoom, because you put those 4 channels into Audacity or any other program, you will end up getting those. Who knows what goes on there, and I'm not even sure what species of frog, to tell you the truth.
There's somebody that would know in the audience.
There is somebody that would know in the audience, though, what species of frogs. I'm not really a reptile expert. There's something going on that I'm missing, or no? Oh, okay.
No, somebody needs a pair of gloves.
Ah, gotcha.
I got to say, I just got to remember what to put them.
So I'm not even really sure what kind of frogs, except the green ones. They're green and they hop. Strange, I know. And I apologize, I'm a little bit on sensory overload right now of all the stuff that's went on tonight, but God, this has been fun. And then when I get home tonight, I got to do all day all the stuff with the show. Get it tagged properly and sent out to. Well, we don't have too many tree frogs here. The frogs don't hang out in trees too much, but I don't know. Like I said, that's completely out of my AOA. I'm more of the terrestrial mammal type of person, and some birds as well, because that's what we deal with, a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Frogs are easy to identify. It's a frog, it's a frog, it's a frog. So I never really paid too much attention, but animals that leave tracks like yotes and wolves and cougars and bobs and bear and moose and all kinds. Those are the kind of, because that's where we're looking at all the time. So, but my son would know. My son was big into reptiles. In fact, he has a bearded dragon that he got when it was this big. Now it's the damn thing is like, but it's really quiet now all of a sudden.
Yeah, definitely quiet.
Breeze is picking up a little bit. Thank you, Lowrider. Well, we still got, a few minutes left of the show. But I want to thank everybody. Might as well do the pops and props. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Hanging in there. And hey, we did have a little bit of excitement with it, whether it was Squatch or not. I have no idea. But what we do is we take all this stuff and we put it into the factory and we start analyzing it and listening. And there was a night we were out, and this was a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And we did some calls, but my recorder was left back at our vehicles, and the recorder caught something from the other side of the road, so we didn't hear it where we were, but something did respond to our call, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm not quite ready to call that a Sasquatch, but definitely interesting, and that's the fun thing. Interesting.
And that's where this little bad boy comes in handy.
The bird.
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Everything comes in handy.
Thermal trap.
Yep.
So this can record. We got this. Leave it at the car and see what comes up to visit. So usually I run security cameras and leave one at the car. So just depends on the signal. Did I think we were going to have signal tonight in the Adirondacks? No, but we did. Amphibians.
Yeah, reptile, amphibian, all the same difference. Hey, you know what? You know what the similarity between an elephant and a tiger is, Mike? They're both marsupials.
Somebody's going to cut that. And never mind.
Yeah, somebody's going to cut that and say I actually said that, but we all know.
But you see my eyes roll back in the head. So,
but anywho, but yeah, we want to thank all of you for popping in tonight. Something?
Just quiet. Just.
You're back.
Okay, guys. It just is really quiet, so I was trying to hear if anything was moving and just.
I heard one kind of noise, but I'm not sure what it was. It was like, woo,
the car off, but yeah.
No.
And I heard that down below, so hopefully we got it on the recorder.
Yeah. But yeah, folks. Again, thanks for being here tonight. We obviously we had to not do the roll call tonight, but I want to thank everybody coming in. Do us a favor. Please give us a like, share, and subscribe. If you're first time on the channel, we try to have fun here every week. This was like a first of a kind show we've done. Show from the field. Hopefully we'll do some more. We're running out of time for warm weather though.
Right. But, you know, the nice thing is that we were able to work out the bugs for this. We'll definitely try to make sure we get you, you know, a little better. You know.
But I don't know, Mike, Sasquatch negative or Sasquatch Yeah. I don't know. That rock thing was kind of weird.
I got to go back and I got to listen.
Yeah, I got
to figure out which direction
you
it
got to
came
send
from.
that to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was, and of course it's captured on the show too. So I'll be watching the show back to hear that. So I don't know.
Just ironic, the usual, you know, the batteries die, but I did use this last night. So.
I flared. I couldn't see anything. But then again, the terrain there is like this.
Right.
And there's a lot of high grasses. And, you know, the flares ain't worth a shit sometimes when you go down into the grass. Think about it. If they're laying low, the difference is, I mean, the sensor size on a Scout compared to the sensor size on this, or, you know, one of the, we used pulsar units last night. So we had a couple of TKs. We had a D10. Don't know if you guys heard that, but we have some coyotes.
Yeah.
That's what I heard earlier. That yip was a yip.
Yep.
And so that's what we're hearing is coyotes now. And they're probably a couple hundred yards off, maybe.
Yeah. Nothing I'm picking up on.
A couple hundred yards off to our 1 to 2 o'clock, somewhere in there. So anyway, folks, again, thanks for being here. We'll catch you all here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern on Squatch-D TV. Again, we'll have Craig Woolheater on next week.
Bugs, what species of bug?
Talking about Bigfoot in Texas, the Texas Bigfoot Conference, and Cryptomundo. So, again, we appreciate you guys being here. We love y'all. And hopefully we'll catch you all here next week. Yeah. Have a great week, folks. God bless. Keep on squatching.
I'll see y'all in the chat.
Hey, folks, you've been watching Squatch-D TV. Join us each week, Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, for the latest on the Bigfoot mystery. As always, we thank you for being our loyal viewers and encourage all to subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/Steve Kulls. As always, have a great week. Stay safe. God bless. And keep on squatching.